I predict the Vikings going 11-5. I have a very interesting opinion on this. The reason why I see the Vikings going 11-5 is if you look at their schedule last year, the Vikings, I don't want to confuse you. Last year, the Vikings were 13-3. This year, they have a tougher schedule, and the NFC North, that division that the Vikings play in, is better. Aaron Rodgers is back. The Lions have improved. The Bears have a better offense, and they have a tougher schedule. The Minnesota Vikings play the Rams, the Patriots, the Saints, the Eagles, and again, Aaron Rodgers twice. I think it's very reasonable to say the Vikings go from 13-3 to 11-5. I don't know that should be very controversial. I think it's very reasonable. An interesting point I want to make about the Minnesota Vikings is they just added Kirk Cousins. And I want to ask you a question. What do you really know about Kirk Cousins? Because I want to name some facts. These are some things we, without a shadow of a doubt, know about Kirk Cousins. We know that Kirk Cousins has lost games because of boneheaded mistakes. We know that Kirk Cousins has never won in big moments, and he's not won a playoff game. He's 0 playoff wins. We also know that Kirk Cousins had a chance to earn a big contract last year in the Washington Redskins organization, and he didn't. He was mediocre, and they didn't want to bring him back. The Redskins chose Alex Smith over Kirk Cousins. And the last thing we know without a shadow of a doubt about Kirk Cousins' career as a starter, he's 26, 30-1. Kirk Cousins has a losing record as a starting quarterback. That's one perspective you can take. You can be very negative about Kirk Cousins if you want. There's another perspective. You can look at it this way. You can say, well, Kirk Cousins didn't get much help in Washington. He never really had great pieces around him. And the Minnesota Vikings head coach, Mike Zimmer, is 38-7 when the Vikings score 20 points or more. It's very possible that Kirk Cousins is the difference between winning a lot of games and some games. And so I think Kirk Cousins might be the next thing the Vikings need. I believe there's no excuse for Kirk Cousins now, and I'm pretty excited for him. I think he's got a better offense and a better defense. Last year, the Vikings hit a ceiling called Case Keenum. The Vikings feel like they could have done better, but they were limited by their quarterback play. And so this year, Kirk Cousins is a better quarterback for the Vikings. I'm excited for the Vikings. I think their future is really good. They have a new offensive coordinator, John DeFilippo, who was the former quarterback coach with the Eagles. The only thing I would say if you're a Vikings fan, I predict the Vikings going 11-5. I like them. I'm excited for them. I believe you need to have patience. This is year one with Kirk Cousins. Year two, maybe year three, that is when you need to relax. That's when you need to raise expectations. I think this year, relax. This year one with Kirk Cousins, I don't think you're a Super Bowl favorite. Year two and year three is when you can raise the bar and have higher expectations. Give the Vikings 1 year to figure it out with Kirk Cousins. Give them 1 year to gel with the new offensive coordinator, John DeFilippo. Have patience now. And for now, I think the Vikings are an 11-5 wildcard team. Next year, they might be a playoff team that wins their division and potentially winning the Super Bowl. Relax your expectations just a little bit if you are a Vikings fan. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Remember, if you want to help Strong Opinion Sports grow, you can share this with your friends on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, whatever it is. Help me grow Strong Opinion Sports by telling your friends about this show. And always remember, you can subscribe to Strong Opinion Sports on iTunes, on SoundCloud, everywhere you can find a podcast, as well as YouTube. My full entire podcast is on YouTube, as well as shorter, more interesting clips like this. So thank you so much. Have a great day, and take care.